People, PAX West 2023 is over, and with it, the very first Nintendo Live event to be held in the United States, and I bought a lot of stuff. Let's get into it. Alright, so you already know how we do it here. I have a huge stack of games to get into, mostly Switch, a couple of random odds and ends, but actually, a lot of my money, my budget for this PAX was actually spent on merch. I had some cool opportunities to get some very cool stuff for a very good discount, and yeah, I bought a ton of stuff in Seattle during the trip as a whole, not just at PAX West, so I will save all of the merch and stuff for later, and of course that's including the Nintendo Live exclusive merch, but let's go ahead and get into our games slash other media. So the first thing, I always love going to this booth, was these two Inti Creates soundtracks for Blaster Master 02, as well as Blaster Master 03. I absolutely love these games. I actually haven't played Blaster Master 03 yet, but Blaster Master 1 and 2, absolutely love those games, and I do need to get to 3 eventually. I figured there wasn't much else at the booth this year. There is one game I bought, but I wanted to, show some support. These were like 10 or 15 bucks each, and they're pretty cool pieces of Blaster Master merch to have. A huge fan of Inti Creates and all that they do, so pick these up. I would have gotten, they had the soundtrack for the first game as well, but it was just in like a cardboard sleeve, and listen, I'm not gonna, I'm not putting these in to listen to them. These are for, a collection purpose, to sit on a shelf. I can pull it off the shelf. It looks nice. These actually are in, regular CD cases, so the spines look good. The Blaster Master 01 CD they released is just in, a cardboard piece of garbage. So, I left that. So I left that one behind. Maybe next year I'll get it if I end up regretting it. But yeah, I got these two for a pretty good price at the Inti Creates booth during PAX West. And then the only two non-Nintendo video games that I got during PAX West this year was River City Girls 0 from Limited Run. And as you'll see, there's a lot of Limited Run stuff here. For some reason, I ended up getting River City Girls 1 on PS5. I don't remember why, so I was like, okay, I'll go for all of those. I actually just got the slipcover in, as well as River City Girls 2 finally. That just came directly from LRG, so I'll have another pickups video probably later this month or early next, going over that stuff. But yeah, went ahead and picked up River City Girls 0 because they had it in stock at the LRG booth. And then this was at the Devolver booth. I had asked my friend Caleb to go pick up the Switch version if they had it, and I guess they were sold out, so he picked up this for me and was like, hey, you don't have to pay me. So shout out to Caleb. Got Downwell, the Special Reserve Edition. This game's pretty cool. I haven't played too much of it, but I did enjoy what I did play of it back in the day, and this is just the PS4 version, but still cool to have. Shout out to Caleb for this one. And then let's go ahead and knock out all of these Switch games that weren't limited run that I picked up. So starting off, that game I got from Inti Creates, they had the Bloodstained Curse of the Moon Chronicles on Switch. I missed the first game when they printed that, I think, through LRG, and it's pretty pricey. So I saw this and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. What's interesting is it actually has an English spine, which I kind of like, but also it has the Sarah rating at the bottom there. So it's very weird that it's like that, but picked up this, not, overpriced or anything, it's just retail price, but yeah, picked up this. I've been recently playing, I played through Castlevania 1, I was playing through Kid Dracula, and I want to eventually play Bloodstained because I love Inti Creates, and obviously those are Castlevania homages, so I'll definitely be getting to those eventually. I did play a little bit of the first Bloodstained back when it came out, like the Inti Creates one, and I liked it, but I remember I stopped because I was like, I can't play this without playing Castlevania first, so once I get some more Castlevania under my belt and I can really appreciate Bloodstained, I'll be back, and I have the collection now, which is very nice. Of course, if you're in Seattle, you gotta check out Pink Gorilla, so I got a couple games from them this year, a couple at their booth at PAX, but a couple also just at their store that they left open. I know they have a new location that opened, I haven't checked out that one yet, but I picked up a Rogue Legacy on the Switch. I was actually just playing this the other day, again, just reliving that memory. This was a PS Plus game, I think, early on in the PS4's life cycle. This game is so good, so I figured, you know what, I'll go ahead and pick that up on Switch. That's a good one to have physically, as well as the End is Nigh. This seemed like a pretty good price. I don't think it's like an expensive game or anything, and most of these prices are just like about what it's worth. Pink Gorilla's pretty competitive, but also, they got to make their bread as well. So picked up the End is Nigh. I love Super Meat Boy. This was done by I believe half of the original duo that made Super Meat Boy, so I've always wanted to play this. Actually, fun little bow fact, I was going to do a Let's Play of this game. In fact, I think I actually uploaded episode 1 when it came out on Switch back in 2017, so maybe I'll finally actually finish it. Another game I've heard very, very good things about, Fury. This is the definitive edition that has all of the DLC involved. I know it's like a boss rush kind of game, I believe, from the Game Bakers. Always looked pretty interesting, so I picked that up. That is a limited run game. And then final Pink Gorilla game, they just happened to have this, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to want to get that eventually anyway. They have the Fatal Frame Made in a Blackwater import. So this is a Play Asia, kind of Asian English release with English on the spine. Very cool to have. They also have Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. I think that's Fatal Frame 4, right? So I've never played a Fatal Frame game. This game kind of haunts me, though, because this is one of the only Wii U games I don't have at this point, and it's very expensive physically, because it only released in Europe and Japan. So, yeah, Fatal Frame made in the Blackwater. Pretty cool to have that physically on the Switch as well. My friend Evan coerced me into buying this. He bought a copy, and I was like, okay, Evan, fine, I'll buy it too. I've always wanted to play this game. I thought it looked super cute. I don't know how it runs on Switch, but we got the Tunic, kind of like, I don't know, Explorers Edition. I don't know what it's called. Just the bigger box version of Tunic. This was at the Fangamer booth. This game looks like an absolute delight, and yeah, I've really heard good things. So I don't know, like I said, how the Switch version is, but this is definitely something I want to check out in the near future. Love that art down there. Very nice. And then final few non-limited run things. So this was at the PM Studios booth. I'm not too familiar with the stuff they make. I think they do like music games. Like I want to say they did like the Voez game, or I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. That was like a very early Switch game, and I enjoyed that. But they had some cheap games, so I was like, okay. I forget how much this was. I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks. Ikai, this is like a horror game, and this is like a PAX variant. So I was like, okay, I'll buy that. But what really caught my eye was this, because this is just, it's a game called Everforward. I know absolutely nothing about this. I'm not even gonna like pretend, but it was $10. I'm not gonna pass up a $10 Switch game, guys. Come on. So this is something I'll be checking out in the near future. Or maybe I dropped Ikai. Maybe I'll give some impressions on this. Just a random game. I don't know. I see a $10 Switch game. Usually I'm going to buy it, you know? And it's rare that I don't know what it is. Normally if it's like, oh, this game's on sale, I know what I'm getting myself into. I've never even heard of this. So I thought it would be kind of fun to do a blind buy and just see what this is. Includes the digital bonus OST. So yeah, Everforward. This is the story of Maya. Neat. And then what was weird at the PM Studios booth, they had this like little survey kiosk thing you could do a Q&A on. And I guess they have an app or something where you like track your game progress, kind of like a, you know, like a backlogged or backloggery kind of app. I think is what I was getting from it. I was just kind of answering the questions. But they had this little freebie steelbook case for Switch. I guess I'm promoting their app right now. This is not sponsored, but they just gave this for free if you filled out the little survey. And I didn't open mine, but Caleb opened his. It's basically just like a, you know, like those My Nintendo 3DS cartridge holders you would see back in the day. It's just one of those. So each side is full of Switch card slots, and it's just a steelbook. So pretty cool freebie, honestly. I don't have any loose Switch games, but this will be nice for traveling. And then we get into the limited run stuff. So I didn't buy as much limited run stuff as I did last year. If you watch my PAX pickups video in 2022, I went a little crazy. Thankfully for my wallet, they didn't have as much this year that I was super interested in, even though, I mean, just from like Pink Gorilla and stuff, I bought a lot of limited run stuff anyway. But anyway, I picked up a couple things. Got a Boy and His Blob. Always wanted to play this on the Wii. This is the like remake, I believe. There's also the Boy and His Blob retro collection. I would like to get that on Switch, but yeah, I always thought this game looked super cute, so they had this, and I was like, okay, I'll pick that up. As well as, of course, keeping in theme, River City Girls Zero didn't have this on Switch, so now I'm only missing the first game. I actually had the first game originally. I think that was like my first limited run order. I think was that and Azure Striker Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger. But I sold it because it was worth a lot, and that was before I got super serious about Switch collecting. So I regret selling that now because it's pretty pricey, so I still need to get River City Girls 1, but here is 0 for the collection. These games are pretty fun. Not super familiar with shmups, but I thought this one looked kind of interesting. At the very least, I like the art on the cover. This is Mushihime-sama, I believe I'm saying that right. Just kind of it's a shmup. I'm sure, you know, I know there's like some hardcore shmup fans out there. I do have a couple coming from them right now, actually. I have Donenpachi Resurrection, as well as Espagaluda 2. I'm not even speaking English right now, but yeah, I picked up this. This just looks kind of cool, so I'll be checking this out. Like I said, I'm not like too familiar with shmups. I don't play a ton of shmups, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to learn more and kind of broaden those horizons, learn more about the genre, because I know a lot of people really like it. These are two that I've had my eye on for a while. In fact, I actually have the special edition of one of these pre-ordered. It hasn't come yet. I think I ordered it last October. So I think what I'll probably end up doing is selling that, because I don't really need all this big box stuff. I'm really out of space back here. I need to focus on like the main stuff that I really care about. So I'll probably sell that. That's why I went in and picked up the standard editions here of Valis, the Phantasm Soldier. I had never heard of Valis until last year when I saw the second game up for pre-order, so they had both of these at PAX this year, so I picked up both. I'd never heard of Valis. It's just like this Genesis series, I guess, and PC Engine series from way back in the day. Pretty cool. I played through, I haven't finished, but I played a decent amount of the first game, and yeah, they're fun. They're just like fun 2D action platformers from the 80s and 90s. But yeah, like I said, I had the special edition for this one pre-ordered, the second game, so I'll probably end up selling that now because I don't need that. I don't know, I have this mental thing where like if I have the special edition for the second game, I will then need to go and get the special edition for the first game, and they also just announced a third Valis collection for Switch, and I can't be doing all that. So I settled, and I bought the standard editions of both games, and that's more than enough for me. And then the final games I picked up during this PAX West 2023, these were some of the convention variants they had. So they had Code War 2 in this VHS. They had the VHS for the first game last year, so I figured, you know what, I'll just match that pair, and eventually I'll play these. I'm very intrigued by all the Star Wars games on Switch, because I didn't really grow up with these. I played Battlefront 2 on PS2, but I didn't grow up with, like Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, or even like Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I didn't play any of that stuff, so Code War is something I've always been very intrigued by. And then this one is weird, because I don't think they even announced it. It was kind of an impulse buy because of that, but I figured I'm there anyway. Worst case scenario, I end up selling it, but I'll probably just keep it. They had this River City Girls Zero VHS edition for the Switch, and if you don't know what these are, it's just like a little VHS case, and it's the game. So I bought River City Girls Zero 3 times this PAX West. Yeah. So that's it for games, but like I said, I bought a ton of merch at the different stores around the Seattle-Tacoma area, so let's go ahead and get into all of that, as well as, of course, Nintendo Live. I got a lot of stuff there as well. So this first bag is pretty full of plush. So, like I said, I got a lot of the stuff for a very, very good deal. That's why I bought so much. So let's go ahead and get into it. So starting off, these were at a store called Uwajimaya, which is this really cool Asian market in Seattle, but it's also connected to a bookstore called Kinokuniya, and Kinokuniya is just a huge manga store, and I love manga, as you probably know by now. Dragon Ball hat, anime, posters. I love manga, more than anime even, so I always love going there, and usually at Uwajimaya and Kinokuniya, they'll have a lot of video game stuff. This time, they had these really cool Splatoon little model replica weapons. So here is the 96 gal. Of course, you have to have the regular splatter shot here, that MFN range blaster, as well as the crossbow. So the splat bow, what do they call it? I can't remember. It's been a year since I played Splatoon 3. So yeah, these are just cute. I haven't opened one up, so I guess we'll actually open one right now. Here is the back. Here are all the ones you could get. It's not like a blind box or anything. This is just the full series. I was disappointed they were out of the Hydro Splatling, or whatever that one is right there. That's what I wanted. And they also have like these different color variants, but I don't care about doing all that. I just wanted to get one of each, so I thought these would be a cool little like shelf display piece. Oh, cool. Wow, these are actually way higher quality than I expected. I mean, they were like $5 each, so I wasn't expecting much. I'm gonna be honest, I'm like short-circuiting trying to figure out how to get all these pieces to connect, but here is just a close-up of the range blaster. Like I said, for like $5-6, this is a pretty high-quality little Splatoon figure. I don't know, I like this. I like I said, I really wish they had the Splatling when I went, but this is pretty neat. I'll definitely have to settle these up, maybe post a picture on Twitter or something. Neat. And then we have just an absolute metric ton of plush. Like I said, I got these for very, very cheap, which is the only reason I bought a lot of this stuff. Some of it I'm sure I'll end up giving out as gifts later this year, but let's go ahead and get into this. Starting off with something that actually wasn't at PAX West. My girlfriend found this at Goodwill. I figured I would throw it in. It's this cute little Toxel Halloween Pokemon Center plush. For some reason, he rumbles and gets a candy. So yeah, this one's pretty cute. This one I'll definitely be keeping for myself, hanging it up in the bedroom or something somewhere. Not a huge Toxel fan or anything, but I don't know. This is pretty freaking cute. And then yeah, cheap plush time. So I see cheap price. I'm like, ooh, shiny price tag. We got the best Fire Emblem protagonist right here, Corrin. I'm not really a fan of plush like this, honestly, like the chibi-fied plush that a lot of anime characters get, like Naruto or Ichigo or something. I don't really like that kind of stuff, but when you see the prices I see, yeah, I went ahead and picked up this Corrin, because not my favorite Fire Emblem game, but definitely this is my main in Smash Wii U, actually. So best waifu? I don't know. I don't really do all that waifu stuff, but I do like Corrin. A very random but very high quality Gen 8 Pokemon Center plush was at the store I was at. So they had my boy Cinescorch here, just absolute legend. I saw like a bin full of these and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll get a Cinescorch. Same thing with this absolute unit of a Duraludon right here. Of course, just got that new evolution in the Scarlet and Violet DLC. But yeah, I thought this dude was absolutely perfect, so I had to pick him up. course, had to get the trio of Pikmin plush here, just the yellow, red, and blue. I already have the flying Pikmin as well as the rock Pikmin, and at Pink Gorilla, actually, so this is a separate stop, they had the purple Pikmin, so now I'm only missing the white Pikmin, as well as, of course, the new glow Pikmin and ice Pikmin for the Pikmin collection. I did also pick up at the very cheap spot the Olimar plush. Unfortunately, they didn't have Louis. They did have a Bulborb, but it was pretty big, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like transport that back home. But yeah, this is a pretty nice young man right here, if I do say so myself. Another Pokemon Center plush I almost forgot about. How could I ever forget Bidoof? These are just so high quality. Pokemon Center really does make nice plush. I don't like really collect plush, or at least I try not to act like I do, even though I have so many from Goodwill because I do so much thrifting. But yeah, this is a really nice high quality Bidoof. They had Tingle. They had this weird strange man at the store. So I'm gonna be honest, half the reason I bought this is because it's technically official Wii U merch. I know, that's not a good reason. That might be a gift for someone later on. Who knows? We'll see. And then the final two plush, these ones were not cheap, or at least they weren't, you know, uber discounted like these other ones. These were at Uwajimaya, the same place as the Splatoon little replicas. These are the Kirby Dream Buffet plush. So I got the, yeah, like you said, yeah, you can see there, 16 bucks. These were not cheap. This is just the yellow Kirby, as well as the only other one they had of this size was just like the chocolate Kirby. I have the mint Kirby pre-ordered from PlayAsia. That's the main one I wanted. But they had these two. They also had the huge, like big #1 winner Dream Buffet Kirby, but it was 50 bucks. I can't be fitting no big Kirbys in my bedroom at this point, but I wanted to pick up those two small ones because they are adorable. Keeping on with the cheap stuff, though, I got this Lysithea Fire Emblem Three Houses pop-up parade. I don't really collect figures, so I don't know what I'm doing, but it was so cheap. I was just like, okay, cool, I'll get a Lysithea figure. This could also end up maybe being a gift for someone later down the line, yeah, I like the idea of collecting figures, but it's such a big market to just get into, and it's a lot of money. And frankly, I don't really have that much space. If you could see the rest of my surrounding area, I truly have no space for anything. All my amiibo are like stacked up because there's just no space anymore. So I definitely need a bigger space and more shelves to display stuff like this. But that wasn't the only figure I got because, as you can see, they had the Dark Pit Figma for a whopping 51 bones. I couldn't pass that up. Like I said, I don't collect figures, but just seeing any kind of official Kid Icarus merch was awesome. So I picked up this. I was looking, it's actually pretty old, so I was surprised they had it, especially for such a cheap price. But yeah, got the Dark Pit Figma. Unfortunately, they didn't have the regular Pit, but I'm still happy that they even had this. This was definitely an impulse purchase, but still really cool to have. And this, I don't know, what do you guys recommend? If you collect figures, do you display them out of the box or do you keep them in the box? Because like this, I'll lose his little face if I take it out of the box. So I guess keep the box and just like have the spare parts in here and then put this in storage or something. I don't know. We'll see what I do with this. I want to take it out, I think, but I don't want to lose the parts. A couple of other things I picked up that they just happened to have there. I got the Nintendo 64 Switch Online controller as well as the SNES one. I was missing these. I have the NES controllers. I could have gotten the Genesis controllers, but I was like, I don't need that right now. Probably should have done it, but I'd already bought so much at that store, so I was like, okay, I don't need that. But yeah, super happy to finally have these. I am particular and really excited to open up this one right here because I grew up with the N64 and I have not played Mario 64 on an actual N64 controller probably in 10 years, and that's how that game was meant to be played. So I'm very excited to load up Mario 64 on that thing, Mario Party, and put it to the test. It's going to be weird feeling a new N64 controller, that's for sure. Okay, we're getting to the home stretch of just the last little random bits, a lot of Nintendo Live stuff, a lot of like little freebies that I got from booths at PAX West. So first thing here, some clothing to get through. I got this Mario Kart hoodie, and then both of these I got at Nintendo Live, so I'm actually wearing this Nintendo Live shirt right here. This one's kind of lame, but I wanted to pick it up anyway just because it's first Nintendo Live, and it's kind of neat. They got some Switch Sports representation right there, so had to get that. But this one is actually much better. I really like this one a lot, actually. This is just like a Nintendo Live kind of Seattle skyline shirt in the 8-bit style, so this one's really cool. I really like this one a lot. Nicer material too. This is like, on this shirt, it's like really cheap fabric, or like the, I don't know, like the printed on stuff. It's still not like super high quality here, but it's definitely higher quality than the other Nintendo Live shirt. And there's also a little Mario on the back. So this I was not planning on buying. I didn't know they even had this until I was standing in line for the pop-up shop at Nintendo Live. I probably shouldn't have waited in that line. It was like a 3-hour line, if you know, you know. But they had an exclusive vinyl there. And I like vinyls. I don't collect video game vinyls, but I collect vinyls of music I like to listen to. They had this, and you might be thinking, okay, well, you can buy that at any Barnes & Noble, any Best Buy, anywhere. No, you can't, sir. This is the exclusive gold colorway. Yes, this is just an exclusive gold vinyl that they had for PAX West. And I was pressured into buying it. And by pressured, I mean I convinced myself that I should probably buy it, because what if I regret not buying it? That is that consumer mindset settling in. But it's nice because if I decide I don't want to keep it, I can just sell it. I'm not going to sell it, but yeah, I got this nice little PAX exclusive vinyl for the Mario Bros. Movie soundtrack. I don't know. It's kind of neat. And now we are truly just in the miscellaneous bag. So this is the bag they gave out to anybody that got into Nintendo Live, and this is where I've just put a bunch of random small stuff. This is the Elephant Mario keychain you get for playing the Mario Wonder demo at PAX West this year, so this is actually pretty high quality. I do like this a lot. I got a couple of these, so that's nice. Here is the pen set that you get with your little bag when you first check into Nintendo Live. If I'm not mistaken, these are just reused from the 3D All-Stars pen set that they did on My Nintendo back in 2020, which is kind of lame. I didn't have those, so I'm glad to have them, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird that they just reuse these for Nintendo Live. I don't get why they did that. Here are some stickers that they gave me for purchasing stuff at the pop-up shop of Washington State. Kind of neat. Here is a Disney Illusion Island pin. This is just, you got this for playing the demo. I asked the guy, the rep, like, hosting the demos, I was like, hey, I already beat the game at home. Can I just have the pen? And he was like, no, you have to play the demo again. So, play through the demo real quick. This is a pretty nice pen, actually, so I'm glad I did it. But, yeah, I don't know. Kind of annoying that I had to play it again, even though I literally told the guy, I was like, I've beaten the game. And he's like, no, I can't help you. I was like, okay, sorry, fine. I see how it is. This was for checking in with your My Nintendo accounts. This is just like a really crappy Mario Wonder acrylic stand set or something. I mean, this is like the cheapest garbage you could ever want, which is perfect for me because I love cheap garbage. I am collector brain, so I see cheap plastic, I'm like, ooh, fancy. This also came with the swag bag, just for getting in. This is just like a golden coin. Pretty cool. I don't know. They got, there is no Switch Sports representation on this. I don't like this coin anymore. But, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty high quality. I imagine stuff like this actually probably you can resell. I'm not going to resell it, but I don't know. People like coins like this, so pretty neat. I like it. They had a bunch of photo ops with like the cast of Mario and like the big, the big costumes. The only one I did was Peach, but they gave me like a little Peach patch. I assume you probably could have gotten one for each character. And I know there was some other stuff I missed. I saw there was a really cool Smash pin with like a trophy that you could have gotten. I missed that. They had a Splatoon pin I missed. So next year, I will be getting everything. I really regret not getting more of the free swag this year, but I'm happy with the stuff I got. I just wish I had known there was even more. And then the final thing I bought during Nintendo Live / PAX West 2023 was the Nintendo Live PAX West 2023 Seattle pin set. So this was kind of expensive, and I don't really do anything with pens, but it's cool merch, so I have not actually opened this up yet. I think it's just like icons of the series, so hopefully there's some Switch Sports representation in here. You already know that's what I need out of all my Nintendo swag. I'm kind of beat up a little bit, the 10, but this thing, to get into like PAX West and the, the expo halls, you need to go through a metal detector. This freaking thing in my backpack was causing so many issues, and I kept telling the old guy running this thing, like, hey, it's the pen set. And he was like, nah, it can't be that. It was the pen set. So let's open this thing up here and see what is inside. Okay, we got some foam here. This is not the most luxurious unboxing experience. Okay. Wow, these are really high quality. I'm glad I bought this. I don't know if I'll put them anywhere, but we got the Pikmin pin, the Nintendo Live pin, Splatoon, Mario, Zelda, Animal Crossing, and it looks like that's actually it. I don't know why. I was kind of expecting there to be more pins. Maybe, I don't know. That's interesting to pick Pikmin and not like, I don't know, F-Zero. Come on, guys. So that is going to do it for this pickups video. I got a lot of stuff. I'm excited to be able to finally put all this stuff away. I wanted to record this earlier, but I've been sick, so it's just kind of been sitting in a big pile in my bedroom until I could record. So that is going to do it. Let me know, what do you think? Did I spend a lot of money or what? Oh boy. Yes. Of course, if you were at PAX West this year, let me know what you picked up in the comments down below, or if you've just been picking up stuff in general. It ain't gotta be at PAX West. If you've been buying games, any Nintendo merch, any gaming merch, let me know what you have picked up for your personal collection down in the comments below. I did do a video going over my thoughts on Mario Wonder because I, of course, played it at Nintendo Live 2023, so go check out that video as well. And until next time, folks, peace.